Hey, what's up? Scott Balkum here with Imagination Creation Films, and many of you have been asking, Scott, where are you? Where you been? What's going on? What's new? I'll tell you in just a moment. So, been super busy the last days, almost 2 weeks now, doing sprinter work. And there's a reason I'm doing the sprinter work, because I'm going to be taking a long tour around the US and filming a whole bunch of stuff. And I need that van to be in tip-top condition and very, very functional. And the only way to do that is to actually work on it. So I have been doing that for the last 10 days or so. You can see the shop is all kind of a mess here. Now, before we dive into the sprinter and how it is today, I want to take a moment to ask you to go ahead and click that subscription button, because you want to know when I upload stuff. And if you click that little alert bell, it's going to let you know. Be a part of this community. Okay. So, yeah, we've been building custom cabinets, and we have a lot more to build. I mean, a lot. It's amazing how long it takes to do it. But if you're going to do it right. That's a song, isn't it? If you're going to do it. Yeah, okay. Let's just show you what I have done. So the first thing you may notice, it's a little different in here. Check this out. That is called an air conditioner. I love air conditioners. They're one of my favorite conditioners. So one of the first things we've done, we've added a swivel to this passenger seat right here. The next thing we've done is, if you remember, we had the kitchen right over here. And it was a little bitty kitchen. Well, we've changed that. We've got now this giant kitchen. And it is a much bigger kitchen. And it is, look at that, it's functional too. Look at that. Ooh, yes. Check out these soft closed drawers. Ooh, doggy, yeah. So we've got drawer, drawer, door, door, drawer, gap. That gap is actually for the refrigerator. With the refrigerator, if you remember, used to be underneath the bed right over there. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Wasn't an effective use of space. The wife said, I need more kitchen space, just a little more kitchen counter. And so we tried by putting a kitchen there, a small one, just temporary, to see what we could do. And that layout works okay. And then we built this over here. And this was first attempt at version 2 here. And you've got the fridge underneath the door here. Then you've got this one, which is the toilet. And then you've got this guy right here, which is for storage. What we learned about that was, well, it would be nice if this couch, which is this couch, was all the same height, because then someone could actually sleep across this way. We also learned that is very long, and in order for it to be very long, it then takes up all the floor space. And I personally want some floor space, not to walk around, but it makes it feel a little more open, and it's perfect for entertaining. Yeah, no, I don't want to be in a closed off space, because I'm not creative that way. So what we decided was, we will take this refrigerator and we're going to turn it back sideways. We're going to put it back over here, and we're not going to put it back there where it rises out underneath. We're going to put it under here where it pulls out sideways, and then you can just open it up that way and then slip it back in. We then get rid of this one. This guy, he can shrink down about 5 inches back here. Can't shrink much more. And then we're going to take this lid and we're going to open it this way. Then we're going to take this whole box and we're going to slide it all the way to the end. Doing that, we now only have a large box. So then this will be the same depth as this, but it'll be a little higher, and that can't change because the toilet height is the toilet height. But it being over there, it'll be less of a problem. This whole box moves out, this one moves over. We build another one of these little guys to go right here. Now, what we've gained by this is we'll have a big box here, a little box here, and then the toilet box will be right there. So we have the big box, and then we actually still have the sub right here. Gotta have tunes. And then we've gone with the half door here, and that's plenty room, no complaints there. Under here, we have the sink is above us, and then this will be, I'll have a platform under there that will level that off, and then the 2 water tanks go in there. So the 6-gallon fresh water and the 6-gallon catch. And then this is for utensils, and these are full extension drawers. These are for utensils and such. And this one is just kind of our catch-all. You know, everybody's got to have a junk drawer. And then this one down here is for large pots and pans, which we don't seem to have that many. So right here we've got the big drawer. The big drawer is for plates and dishes and all kinds of stuff. And all of this will have far more stuff in them, and they will be padded because I can't, that would just drive me insane. Now we're going to do a full cabinet from there all the way, yeah, we're doing it all the way down. And then the bed is going to be moved all the way over, and then that cabinet is going to go down to the side of the bed. We're doing that so that we can have some overhead storage here. We'll have some side storage along here, and then this side will be completely open. There will be a cabinet like this one. This one was just a temp cabinet as a test, and it will start probably right here and go all the way over here. That way we can actually get up from here and get onto the bed. And we don't want cabinets on both sides because it'll just feel a little claustrophobic. And then we will have some switches here. As you walk in the door, you can flip on the light switches. We will have, looks like we're gonna have 8. So we'll have 2 in the back, 4 here in the middle, and then we're gonna have 2 right up here, and that'll be for my desk space, which is kind of a work in progress. What it's going to be is one of these pipes that mount right here, and then there'll be a desk right about this height. And it's going to be enough where we can squeeze by it, but we can kind of turn it out of the way. It doesn't need to be super huge, but it does need to be. And then back in the back, we have now opened this way up, which you cannot see. I wish you could. Well, maybe it'll show. So before we had the battery enclosed on that side, and this side we had a giant wall. We have removed the giant wall because it was actually a hindrance, and everything's going to stay on this side, and then we will do something to protect these, but it won't be a giant wall. And then we boxed off that battery over there, so now we can do a lot more. I would like to actually find some tall, narrow tanks to put on either side here. So one there and one over here for fresh and wastewater. That would be ideal rather than use these tanks. But once you do that, you're kind of stuck with that, and you can't just take them out and dump them. So it's kind of a wash either way. So this inverter, this was a temp inverter. We had that inverter for a while. That is that's a 1,000-watt inverter. That would nowhere near run this air conditioner. I was looking at a 2,200-watt Samalex inverter for various reasons, but it won't kick on that AC after talking to the engineers. So we're going with the 3,000-watt Samalex inverter. Now what this Samalex does that almost no other does is it has 2 transfer switches inside. What that means, a transfer switch is when you plug it into a outside outlet. it would transfer over to that, and then if the batteries are low, it will charge on the back end. But it'll primarily use not off the battery, but on the power. We will have shore power plugged into number 1. So if we ever plug anywhere, like if we happen to be at a campground that has electricity and we want shore power, we can just plug that in. We'll be using 100% offshore power, and the AC will be using that. So if we're not someplace that has shore power, we will use the generator. We're going to have an EU2000 Honda generator on the back that'll be plugged into number 2. Number 2 will be configured as a charger. So what'll happen is it will be charging the batteries basically full bore, or as much as it needs, and everything in here will be running off the batteries. The AC will be running off the batteries, and the generator will be charging the batteries. The reason being is that the EU2000 will not start that air conditioner, so we can't run it from the EU2000 unless we installed a soft start on there, which I don't want to do. That air conditioner technically can run from this battery bank. Now I have 500 amp hours of battery. You can't run that down more than 50% of depth of discharge, or you start running the risk of destroying your batteries. So I have 250 amp hours to run, which means that the air conditioner will run on batteries for about 3 hours. There's very, very seldom ever an opportunity where that would have to happen. But now, if you see under there, I do have a whole lot more storage for gear. And then we will do a wall right here with doors. And maybe a sliding door. That might actually work really well. Just a sliding door. Mostly because I like it to be nice and neat, and it will also help not having to cool that whole area back there. That'll keep the AC up here. So far we've had some 98 degree days, and this is the 13,500 BTU air conditioner, and several people told me that you could not survive with the 9,200 watt or 9,200 BTU air conditioner, that it would not be enough. I'm gonna call BS on that right now, based upon 98 degree days and high humidity and just really horrible. With the amount of insulation that we have in here, that AC works fine, and it kicks off, which means that the 9200 would probably work just fine. And it's cold. I keep it nice and cold, about 72 degrees in here. So 9200, if you insulate well, you can get away with a 9200. I don't think that would be an issue. And the 9200 would run directly off that generator. So, and just like that, everything's just a little bit different. We've taken out the toilet that was here, taken out the fridge that was here, and we moved it over here. I haven't done the slide out yet. There we have the side opening toilet right here, and now there's a whole lot more room. A lot better, a lot more room in here. Can't wait to finish it up. I'm actually going to go do a live stream right now, so if you're probably watching this after the live stream, so I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Yeah, thanks. And I'm going to walk and talk as I go upstairs and grab stuff for the live stream. So, as always, if you have any questions, do feel free to put those in the comment section down below. I do try to read and respond to each and every one, even if it's just to say thank you. Also, do support me on Patreon if you would, because it, really helps me get more stuff out here. It's really dark, but you get the idea. Also follow me on all the social medias at Scott Balkum on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the above. You can find me there. And what else? Yeah, make sure you subscribe, because if you subscribe to the videos, then you'll know everything that's happening. And you click that little alert bell, and you will be notified every time I upload a new video. This is my dog. That's Rex. Hey, buddy. How's it going, buddy? He's a good boy. So, yeah. As always, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions.